Cracking everybody. Buenos dias. Welcome back to the channel. New video. Uh so this morning I was going through stuff and somebody sent me something to check out, right? And they sent me it's Mr. Criminal's podcast. And it was Mr. Criminal and Eyekon. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to the channel. I wish them all the best, all the success, right? So what I was interested in and what they told me to look at was how Mr. Criminal was saying to Eyekon that he has a problem with how a lot of these platforms and a lot of these podcasts, if there's raza on them, when they're given an opportunity, they don't push for raza. They don't support raza. That they're quicker, basically, to support a black rapper, a white rapper, Asian rapper, whatever, but something other than their own, right? And it just got me thinking, right? Now, since I've been doing YouTube, I have developed connections within the music industry, the movie industry, right? And I ask questions. And when I ask about raza rappers, it's always the same thing that I get back. They do not support each other behind the scenes. Some will try and they'll try to help somebody out, and then they find out that vato they're helping out is bad mouthing them with somebody else. And I constantly hear that. When I've asked about raza actors, I hear the same thing. People will try, very few will, but those that do try, they find out that someone is hating on them behind their back, right? And these are two areas that I'm not in, right? Okay. But I hear the same thing from different sources, right? And then I look at YouTube. I look at podcasting. I look in the comment section and I see the most hate that we get is from our own kind, right? So until we get our own house on the same page, why would anyone else want to push for us? And why do we need them to push for us? If we could all get on the same page, stop the hate, realize that even if you don't see eye to eye with somebody, your fucking ego means nothing at the end of the day. Your ego will get in the way of you getting to your potential, to getting to your money. So if you are going to be out, and that's like these people that raza that I just don't get, raza pushing prison politics on the streets. Those that push that really are about that, they're never going to be on camera. They're never going to be in the comment section. They're pushing that thing they believe in. So those people who have chosen to be a part of this and are really seriously interested in furthering our gente as well as our individual families, get your ego out of the way. Stop trying to impress somebody else. Do what's best for you and your family and our people. We are never going to get ahead as long as we are bad mouthing somebody, as long as we are placing standards on other people that a lot of times I think these dudes don't place on themselves. See, that's the worst kind of person, to try to hold someone else to a standard they don't uphold. Anytime anyone gets into an interaction or a relationship with somebody else and they have these demands without even realizing it, there's words we use. You know, there's this thing called cognitive behavioral therapy, and they teach you the difference between demand and desire words. I've said this before in the past. You know, you deal with people and in their head, they're like, doesn't this vato know who I am? Well, you're already setting yourself up. Fuck who you are. Where do you want to go? What are your goals? And how do you get there? Because if you get there thinking you're above someone else, you're about to fail. We're men. Who you know, what you did in the past, that don't mean shit. What are you doing right now, and how can we advance? That's what's important. So I feel like this. Everyone who is serious about advancing the raza and advancing your career, then do the things necessary to make that happen. Remember, you have to network. You don't have to like the person that you're networking with, but you have to understand your ego means nothing. Your ego will stop your growth and your potential. Ego is separate from morals. Morals are completely different. Ego is shit. Ego is what leads us to prison, leads us to violence. And that's another thing. I was talking to somebody this morning. I'm sick and tired, personally, I'm sick and tired of hearing, why don't you catch a fade with this person? Why is it always in the brown and black community that it's always catch a fade, run a fade? You're a coward if you don't run a fade. I don't hear that in the white community. I don't hear that in the Asian community. I don't see people who are really getting money talking about committing acts of violence. We need to get that shit out of our heads that is what dictates if you're a man or not. That dictates if you're a child or not. Violence is the breakdown of communication. That's when you can no longer communicate and you resort to the most childish shit ever. You know, I'm somebody who has done a lot of violence in my life. And I tell you, every time when I look back, it was stupid. It is what it is. There were a lot of times where because of where I was, you had to do that, right? I'm no longer there. I'm on the streets. Plus, I need to get out of these self-sabotage type thoughts and way of thinking. If you want to be a success in life, hang around with people who are successful. You want to have positivity in your life, hang around with people that are positive. That's how we advance. That's how we try to start planting the seeds to change the narrative and the way of thinking. It's easy to kill. It's easy to fucking go smack somebody and get into a fight. But you never know what the other man's limits are. You might think you're going to go and fight somebody and he pulls something out and he ends you. Or you may have to do it to him. Why? Because a bunch of people in the comment section said you guys should get down. That's where ego comes in. You know, I posted something on my IG yesterday. What people think of you doesn't change who you are. People need to stop worrying about what people think about them and just pay attention to what they want to do, where they want to go, and how do I get there. Formulate a plan and let's do that. But I'm promising you, if you're moving with your ego at the forefront, you are going to fail. You may reach a certain level of success, but not the success that you want. And if you're okay with that, then that's you. But it is not reaching your potential. None of us will, as long as we got ego. So those of you that are already in the industry, man, stop all this ego shit. Stop backbiting. Network. Help each other out. There's so many of us, so many vatos that have, so many women, men and women that have so much fucking potential. And ego is stopping it. That's at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to, man. And this is for people in your everyday life. Get that ego out of the way, man. I don't care what it is. If it's podcast, I don't care if you're a carpenter. I don't care what it is. But we have an opportunity through YouTube, through Rumble, through these platforms to get the raza where it needs to be. if we can just get the fuck out of our own ways. That's my video for the day, man. Hopefully you guys liked it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart. Tell the ones you love that you love them. Don't forget to check me out on Rumble. DUBESS. I appreciate you.